Hello YouTube and eBay, this is Maverick. I just want to take you on a virtual tour of this 1971 Lincoln Continental Mark III. Now it's being sold as a project car, but it has no title and no keys, so I wanted to quickly get that out of the way. Obviously there are ways around that. I've looked up the VIN number and everything on the internet. Everything checks out. There's nothing illegal about the car. It's just what's apparent to me. It just seems like it's been sitting for a long time, and somebody's lost the title, somebody's lost the keys, and that's where we're at right now. But anyway, I wanted to take you on a quick tour of it. I feel like you can maybe get more from a video than from pictures, and I can point out a few things that I know about the car. Anyway, overall the body's pretty good. Obviously the roof, where there was a vinyl top on it, you've got some rust holes here on the roof. Top of the roof seems okay. It's surface rust, so I don't see any no holes. I don't see anything there. It's mainly at the back on the C-pillar here. There's that B pillar, I guess, since this thing is pillarless coupe. But anyway, whatever you want to call it, you got some rust holes, and you've got some remains of the vinyl. But you know, you got a little bit here, yeah. But the rest of the body for this part of the country is pretty nice. It's actually a Western car. It came from Arizona, but I don't know how long it's been here in North Carolina. But a lot of these, you know, say you'll have rust, and a lot of times rust holes through the bottoms of the doors and stuff. You got some paint chipping here, but you got a little bubble in here now. But it's still, and you got bubbling back here, and rust, if you can see it, back going up to the rear bumper and this rear quarter panel here. You see, I'll see. It's, bubbling paint and rust. There's actually a couple small holes here. But I still say it's better than most you see from this part of the country. And obviously cars from this part of the country, North Carolina here, are typically better than what you see from up north. Like here on this right side quarter panel, it's not as bad as the left side. You got bubbling and rust, but it doesn't seem to be as bad as the driver's side rear quarter panel. Let's shoot down this side here. The passenger door, you know, you still got your paint issues here, but it's still not really that bad. You might see something up here. Let's see what this is. Paint's bubbling a little bit right here. This is the front of the passenger door, right near the front fender. Front fender looks okay. Anyway, as I was going to say, the passenger door doesn't latch. You see, I'm not pushing the button. It just doesn't latch properly, and that's probably something that can be fixed relatively easy. And if nothing else, you just put a new latch in it. Let's move on into let's finish up with the body first, actually. The hood is pretty straight. I don't really see much issue at all with the hood. Hood fitment may be a little bit more, but that's easily fixed. Let's see. Here's the bottom of the front fender going into the front bumper, front corner light. Headlights, grille. This grille is pretty impressive. I've not cleaned it at all. This is just how it is. It has one. If you look at it has one bent tine in it. But that could be, I've not fought with it and tried to bend it back straight. It could probably be bent back straight easily, but I mean, even from this distance you don't really notice it. Even up close, it's not something you really notice immediately. And like I said, the chrome and everything on this grill is in my opinion, really nice. I mean, it's got some pitting, it's going to have that, and it's not been cleaned. So this is just raw, you know, just straight out of being sitting out for all these years. This is what you get. So I think it's got a lot of potential here. As far as that, moving on. Here's the other corner light. Here's the bumper. There's rust on the bottom of this bumper corner, but its surface, I don't see any holes or anything like that. It just needs to be re-chromed or possibly even sanded down to chrome underneath. I'm not sure how thick the chrome is on that bumper from the factory. You got a little rust spot here on this driver's side fender, but it's not a hole, it's just a surface rust. And well, here's the front of the driver's door. This is back. Now it does have some bubbling here on the front, like the passenger door, but again, it's not that bad. There doesn't seem to be. There's the chrome accents going down the bottom of the car. Alright, let's go ahead and look inside. Now this, I'm going to have to put the camera down for a second because this driver's side window is off track, and I have to use both hands to open the door without, so I don't let the window fall down into the door here. Okay. Now the window's good, the glass is good. May need a new tint job or something like that, best I could tell maybe, but it's off track, obviously it's off the window motor track. And yes, these all came with power windows, so that's what it is. The door, this bottom part of the door panel here is gone, but it's in the car, but I don't think it's in very good shape, so maybe best to consider that missing, even though it is included, just in what I would consider poor condition. The seats, here's the driver's seat. It's got a tear right here on the bolstering. And it has a small tear. Let's zoom out to show you exactly where that's at. You see where the X design here, it's right next to this piece of the X, whatever you want to call it, the stitching there. Let's climb on in. There's the gauges. Do a little bit slow roll over these. I can't tell you what works and what doesn't. I haven't had the car running. It shows 99,665 miles, which I believe to be original. I don't think that's it seems like a 100,000 mile car. It doesn't seem like a 200,000 mile car, in my opinion. Like I said, most of the damage done to it seems to be from sitting. There's your air conditioner controls, your radio. Again, I can't tell you what works and what doesn't, so don't, you know, just because I'm showing you this doesn't mean that it 100% works. Here's your Continental Mark III nameplate on the wood grain there. Now I opened up the glove box, took the glove box apart, but it's still here. Here's the door for it. But I took the glove box apart to, I put these little suitcase wiring clamps on it, whatchamacallit. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. But anyway, to tap into the wires, basically, tap in the wiring to try to open the jump power to the power trunk button. You see, this car does have power trunk, which I believe was an option. But I was trying to jump power to the power trunk, and that didn't work. I had to go about it another way to get inside the trunk. But I finally did get in the trunk, and I'll show you that in a little bit too. Here's the passenger side, the window switches, the door panel. I'll open all this up later. I'll show you that in a little bit too. The steering wheel is kind of beat up. Steering column's broken. You know, it just goes up and down. The shifter is just flopping around. Reason all this is because it was in park when it was sitting, and whoever moved the car first from where it was sitting broke all this to get the lock, the steering lock. Steering lock's still on, but the lock for the shifter is off, and the car is in neutral right now to make it easier to roll. Otherwise, you know, a car this heavy in park, I mean, besides damaging things, it's going to it's going to be a major pain to move. The back seat. There we go. The back seat is in pretty good shape. It's actually not installed right now. I took the back seat out to try to get at the trunk that way. That also didn't work because I forgot about this, all the duct work for the this rear defrost vent, all that back here. So that didn't work, but anyhow, the seat's out. Can easily be put back in. That's not a big deal. Here's some switches for the rear windows, driver's side window, and passenger side rear window. And here's the driver switch panel, which is included. Again, I can't tell you what switches work and what don't. Let's see. Let's move on back here. Oh, it's going to need rear tires. I'd recommend throwing a set of cheap used tires on it just to move it, because it's when I got it, I bought it this way with these rear tires blown, and it was a pain loading it up on the trailer. Like I said, a car with this much weight, just you want all the rolling help you can get. All right, here's the trunk lid, and it's not latched. There's the latch, but it's not. I just unbolted it so it wouldn't latch back down, so I could get in the trunk whenever I wanted to. Because like I said, there's no keys. I took the key cylinder and everything out of here, but I have a brand new trunk cylinder and key set in the car that will go with it. I'll include that. Some of the stuff in the trunk's not included. Some of this I'm going to hang on to. What is included, you have your original spare. Well, I don't know if it's a spare tire, but it's the wheel. You know, you get your spare. The tire's flat. It's you can see I can push into it. It's flat, but it's got good tread. But it's, you know, you got the original jack. Well, that's rusty, but it's there. The lug wrench is there, and that's included. You know, that came with the car. Here's the base for the. There's the base for the jack. That's included. And like I said, the trunk doesn't latch, but you know, I usually sit something on top of it to hold it down so the wind doesn't catch it and throw it up and damage it. But here's the other bad tire on the back, on the passenger side. And more rust here on the passenger side roof. Let's go ahead and get to the engine. I'm running a little bit low on time here. Now the drivetrain's complete. It's got 460 C6, all that. It's got the optional rear end, according to the door tag. It has optional rear end with the 3-to-1 gear ratio and Trac-Lok. Standard was 280-to-1 and open rear end. So there's several options that year. Anyway, 460. You can see a lot of these lines have been cut or disconnected. There's an air conditioning line. Distributor caps off. I undid these, the plug wires. You see the plugs down here. One of the plugs is broken. You know, the biggest thing I found is it appears the engine is locked up, and I have a pretty good idea what happened caused that. I believe, if I had to guess, I would say it's this cylinder right here, which should be cylinder number 6. It's the third one back on the passenger side. Let me touch it again. Okay, it's just where this spark plug here goes. It's, when I took the spark plugs out, there was coolant on the base of that spark plug. So I'm guessing it's a bad head gasket let coolant leak into that cylinder, coolant and water, whatever, and it corroded from sitting over time and locked the engine up. Would be my guess. I didn't find anything else in any of the other cylinders. I did, upon finding that, I tried to get all the fluid out of that cylinder and replaced it with a mixture of diesel fuel, which I put in all cylinders, trying to let them sit, let the diesel fuel soak in the cylinders and maybe loosen it up a little, and also some just basic lube, you know, penetrating lube. But anyway, so it's just gonna, you know, just soaking in there now to maybe make it easier to unlock it later on and turn the engine. But it's complete for the most part. Carburetor's there, the accessories, air conditioner, the power steering pump, alternator, everything's here. The radiator is not in the car, but I have that. It's actually sitting right here, and it's included with the car. You got your cruise control module here. This car had cruise control, which was a rare option on them. A lot of your stuff's already disconnected. A lot of your wire and your throttle. Some of your here's throttle cable disconnected. I don't know if you saw that or not. Just other part of your cruise control is disconnected. Hoses, wiring, whatever, has been disconnected. I didn't do this. Somebody else did this before I got it. But it does have, it's the 71-460. It has the Dove C heads, high compression heads. Like I said, C6 transmission. It's rated at 365 horsepower, 500 pound-feet of torque gross in 1971 when it was new. It does have the fold-down headlight covers on both sides. They're still here. So that's basically it. Let me go ahead and show a couple things here. I'll show you the door tag. And it's starting to peel up here in this corner. Let me make some of this out. You can see the VIN numbers, body code, trans code, axle code, trim code, all that. And I'll take you around to the passenger side because I didn't get around to that. I'll quickly show you a few things over here. As I said, this door doesn't latch, so. And here's the glass, the window glass in it. Again, the glass itself is good, or appears to be. Could probably use a new tint job, like I said, on the driver's side. Here's the passenger seat. You can see it for the sunlight. It appears to be an overall good condition. I mean, there's some indentions in it, but that should come out. This is all just dirt. It's dirt. I mean, it's dirty. Obviously, this car needs a good cleaning. Here's that driver's armrest I told you about, but again, it's not perfect, so I, take it for what it's worth. Here's the chrome, not chrome, but aluminum trim piece that goes on the bottom. Somehow has a sticker on it. Goes on the bottom of the driver's side door. You see where it goes here? There it is installed on the passenger side. That's basically it. Oh, that's what I was going to get around to showing you. Here's the new lock cylinder and key set I got for the trunk. It goes with the car. It's got some parts left from the old lock key cylinder too. But that's included with the car. Here's the steering wheel piece. I don't think that's salvageable, but it's included if you want to try to do something with it. Overall story of this car, I bought it as a parts car, and I don't know, once I got it and really started looking at it, I decided it could be more than that. And so here it is.